What's up, all my superhumans in the RV cinematic universe? This is Cam Hilliard from Miller's RV in Baton Rouge, and I'm standing in front of the 2024 Coachman Leprechaun 230FS. So before we check out the small Class C that really packs a punch, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you can see my beautiful face and you can stay updated with the latest and greatest knowledge that we've got to show you. So, without further ado, let's check this little thing out. So guys, this is the Coachman 230FS. As I mentioned, this is the smallest Coachman that Leprechaun that Coachman makes. But I think it's a floor plan that really packs a punch and will surprise you. When I first walked in it, I was impressed. It's a floor plan that I haven't seen before. I've seen people take on that 23, 24 foot Class C on the Ford chassis, but I've never quite seen it done like this. So I do really like it. I'm going to start off by pointing out you do have side view cameras here. That's a feature that I love to have, whether you're a new RV driver or you've been driving them for 15, 20, 30 years. It's always great to be able to be a little more comfortable when you drive and see down the side. Also, of course, it's got a backup camera. It's a streamlined look on this entry door sign. You have a big full-size awning with the LED lights underneath. This is on the Ford V8 chassis, so we like that a lot. Honestly, it's a ton of power for such a small coach. Drives really, really well. So you can see that, or you might not be able to tell, this does not have full body paint. This does have the decals. On the smaller Leprechauns, we'll order them with sometimes less options because typically smaller, you're trying to meet a certain budget, which is fine. You can still get a nice coach for it. This one does not have the full body paint, does not have doesn't have leveling jacks, as a stabilizer jacks said. And then one thing that's a little interesting, there aren't any speakers outside. I've got a nice JBL Bluetooth speaker, so it doesn't really make too big of a difference to me, but it is something worth noting that it does not have outdoor speakers. Now, on our driver's side, we've got a big slide that really opens this thing up. But like I said, the outside, for the most part, may not, make you take your breath away, but the inside I think you're going to find really cool. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so we're inside this 230FS, and you can really get a full look at this coach. As you step up there, be careful. So yes, it is a smaller RV, but yes, it also is pretty open. I think that's because of, well, I know that's because of this full wall slide that you have. So this slide goes really the whole width of the coach, so it makes it a really nice and open floor plan, even though you're staying under that 25-foot range. So to my right is the kitchen area. We're going to swing you around a little bit so you can kind of get a better view of the kitchen. So you can get a good idea of the kitchen area now. So it's got a big sink. It's very wide, pretty deep as well. I didn't notice any sink covers in here. That's not really a problem. We can build sink covers for just about anything, or if you're handy, you can do that with relative ease. But the faucet does have the little breakaway head here, so I like that. And I do like just how I like the aesthetic of the faucet. It's big, and it's also, it just kind of feels residential, looks very nice and sturdy. This is one of my favorite features. I love when RVs have this. This is that little pull-up plug. So it's got two 120 plugs, and it's also got, it's also got two USB plugs. So you've got a window here in the kitchen, so it adds some natural light if your family's out there cooking and getting in some little tussles. If you got some little knucklehead kids, then they're gonna be out there and you can watch them and open the window. Hey, cut that out! I'm gonna throw this hot grease on you. No, you're not going to say that. That's mean. But you got a great view of the patio, so even though if you're inside like cooking or washing your hands, you can still be a part of the action that's going on outside. So I really do like that. It kind of ties in the family vibe that I go for. So to the right, we've got our 3-burner kitchen top here, or stove cooktop, I should say. So that will fold, give you extra countertop space. And then below that, we've got the Magic Chef oven. So this is nice to have. You want to bake cookies, biscuits. If you want to get really creative and do something crazy, let me know. I'd like to see it. But above, you actually have the convection microwave. Now, typically, when you have the oven, you don't get the convection. So this, you get both. So that's very nice to have. If you want to, go for it and put something there, do it. If not, you've got the convection microwave, no problem. Now, below that, you've got your vent hood here. So you got the light, and you've got the fan there. And then you've actually got some lights underneath here. So I should point out also that this drawer is huge. I guess this is where you can put your trash can, but it really could be a lot more than that. I mean, it's the full depth of this sink. It goes way back there. And then to the left of that, You've got some drawers here where you put your TV remotes, or even, you know, spices or anything like that. And then up above, you've got more deep cabinetry there. Now, one thing that might be a little bit difficult to see is actually the accent lights that are underneath this. So they're just, it's not anything that I guess would truly knock you out of the park, but I think it's really cool. It adds a nice little aesthetic. It kind of ties everything in. I like lights, so it really interests me. So yeah, I think that's actually just about it on the kitchen area. We're going to swing around so you can see the dinette. It actually is a U-shaped dinette on this, and we'll expand from there. Alright guys, so now I'm in the dinette area. It is a smaller dinette perhaps, but it's a U-shaped dinette. So it is pretty comfortable seating. I feel like if you wanted to maybe make this tabletop a little bit bigger, you could take the base off and you could, you know, just build a tabletop. But it's really not bad. Like, it's a nice distance away, although my first thoughts, yours probably are too from the angle that you have, is, man, this is small, but it's actually like, it's kind of comfortable. It might be a little crowded with a lot of plates, but all in all, not bad. Now you have cup holders on the top of the cushions, which I actually really like. That's really convenient for traveling. If you don't have the cup holders here, you're kind of always nervous of drinks flying around. So it's cool that you don't have it here since you have a small top. It doesn't take away any of the countertop space, but you do have cup holders to keep, you know, soda or whatever from spilling on the ground. So yeah, I do like this. Of course, this will fold into a bed, and then I've got the curtain drawn right now, but this is a huge window here as well, and that's another thing that I think highlights this coach is a lot of windows, a lot of natural light. So last thing before we check out the bedroom area, and I mentioned this is a honeymoon RV, so you can sleep 6 people in this, but this is a nice honeymoon getaway if that's what you're looking for. So this fridge is the 12-volt fridge, compressor driven. It's going to cool really, really fast. It's going to perform really well. I really, really love this fridge, but it has the extra bonus feature of, hey, you're in bed and you need a drink or something like that, and since you don't have anywhere to set the drink down, like any like little side tables or anything like that, hey, swing down here, open the fridge from this side, and grab a drink. Or if you're sitting here, like, hey, give me another one. Open it up and you're good. So I always love this Magic Chef fridge. It surprises me every time. Like, man, this is just sweet. But that's the kitchen area, dinette, compartments. But we're going to show you the bedroom. This is where the magic happens. All right, so we're in the bedroom area now. And one thing I want to point out is there is a step here. So for some, that step might, you know, kind of be a little bit too tall. I don't think it's too tall. But what I do think is really cool about, although it would be great just to have a flat floor, a lot of Class C's will have a step like this. But this one I think is a little higher than normal, which at first I was like, I don't know about that. But now that I'm standing in the bedroom, I actually really like it because it's like a raised, almost like this area is like a loft kind of. It's like raised a little bit. You've actually got a curtain here that further separates this from the rest of the area. Now what's a benefit of this coach is a lot of times when you have this rear corner bathroom, you actually, basically you have to go through the bathroom to get to it in a sense. Whereas this, you can seal off this curtain. It just goes in the front, and you can still, your guests can still access the bathroom with no problem. But what's really cool about this bed, this is one of the things that, like I said, I haven't seen it done before. Typically on the smaller Class C's like this, when you have this full wall slide, this will be like a Murphy bed that just folds over on itself whenever the slide is in. But this does not. This actually stays in its full position like this. So when the slide comes in, you can still sleep in it. The bed's not folded over. So that is an absolute highlight for me because you can access everything in this coach with the slide in. If you stop at a Cracker Barrel, you stop at a truck stop, anything like that, get a few hours of rest, get, 6, 7, 8 hours if you want more, and hit the road. You never have to put out the slide. So I mentioned a second ago that it doesn't have nightstands. That is true, but there's actually some space here that will come in, like this little headboard. You actually could put, just like install your own little like shelf there where you could put like drinks, or even there's a plug right there, so you actually could put a CPAP there as well, which would be really useful. Now if not, this is the thing that I think is cool that Coachman does. So there's actually a pre-drilled hole right here. So if you do have a CPAP, you can run the plugs through here and run all your stuff. Now if it's, that should be the right measurement to be able to do that. But yeah, you've got 4 cabinets across the length of the bed, or the length of the bed. So all of that's extra storage. I forgot to point out earlier, next to your fridge you have your spice cabinet storage here. I guess really that's even better than that. You got big cubbies there. So that you could put a TV back here if you wanted to. No, I'm mistaken. I actually don't see a TV spot. A little bit surprising. But this is something I did want to point out. So this is absolutely massive. I mean, this goes back, like, look, this is I mean, this thing is huge. So you've got even actually built-in shelves here where you can put shoes or folded clothes, and then you've got hanging space as well. So that is a huge bonus that I did not expect. I was expecting like a small little storage space like that. And then underneath, you've got drawers for your folded items as well. That's nice to have. You do have the AGS auto gen start on this, so like you can set it to where if the internal inside of the coach gets to a certain temperature, it can crank up your gen. If you're not familiar with that, give us a call. I can fill you in on it. So we're going to jump over to the bathroom, which I do think goes with the theme of being small in this coach, but I do think it's nice and quaint. So in the bathroom now, like I mentioned, it is small. You're getting a small RV. So whereas the other areas are actually pretty good size, this is kind of where you have that small space. Still, it's not bad. The shower is not too small. I think you've got pretty decent elbow room in here. Height's fine. The skylight gives you some extra there. This is, I guess, where you put your soap. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. This is actually not like glass or anything like that, so you do kind of give some freedom for the elbows. But yeah, it's a small RV. It's going to be a small shower. Your toilet, this was a bonus feature of me. I thought it would have a plastic toilet. This does have a porcelain toilet, so that's a big plus. And it is actually a little bit taller than what you'll find on a lot of the plastic toilets. So big ups for me there. You're going to have your storage here where you can put your toothpaste or your toilet chemicals, toilet paper, some towels, stuff like that. With the vanity and sink, it's not bad. It's, as you would expect, a pretty small sink. And then underneath that, you've got some more storage where you can store some of the other bathroom items. Also, I do like the fact that they have like a towel hanger here. I use one of those at home, so that is very convenient. And to my left, you actually do have some hooks for like a full-size towel too. So top notch there. We're going to check out the front area, and I want to show you a couple things up there as well. All right, guys, so we're in the front cab area now. As a standard with the Leprechauns, you have this front window here, which adds to the natural light that comes into the coach. We have a lot of the shades drawn right now, but it's still a lot of windows, a lot of natural light. So I do like that a ton. These front seats swivel, which is a great added bonus. You can swivel these around, have even more seating area. This little feature that I'm not sure if this is standard or if this is an option from Coachman. It's like a little elbow rest cup holder area where you can use while you're driving, or what I would probably use it for is whenever I would swivel the seats, I would put it in there. But above me, you've got your sleeping area here. You could sleep, two here. So I guess I should say the full sleeping capabilities, I think I said a minute ago. Excuse me. The full sleeping capabilities are really 5 to 6. You could do 2 in the dinette. You're probably going to prefer 1. But yeah, so this is, I think it's a great honeymoon couples coach. But if you wanted to, actually, I guess that even serves a better purpose because it's a honeymoon until later you do need to sleep more people, and it'll work really, really well for that. Now to the left, you've got a huge TV in this thing. It's bigger than anything in this RV, but it is a smart TV. It'll swivel out, give you great viewing angles from the dinette, and since it is so big, it's actually not bad to watch from the bed. It's really good. Like I said, so when we're up close like this, it might look kind of big and obnoxious, but it serves a great purpose. It swivels out, and you can get full accessibility of it. So I did also want to point out this does have the WineGuard 360 Plus. So all you got to do is activate it with your cellular provider, and you can get Wi-Fi on the go in this thing. So big time plus for that, high dollar upgrade, but we like to have that. So all in all, this is a really, really cool coach. Yes, it is small, but it's got some big features and some big bang for the buck. So if you want to find out the price and some more info on this, hit the link below. We've got some pictures and updated prices of everything in our inventory. And if you have any questions, give us a shout. The website's millersrv.com. And guys, we always appreciate it. And as always, enjoy the journey. Hey there, thanks for watching this video. So we want to remind you again to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your post notifications so we can keep you updated with the best that the RV industry has to offer. If you want to stick around and watch some more videos, we've got a link for 2 videos here. So we'd love for you to stay and look at that. And if there's anything else that you want us to do videos on, leave comments. Thanks guys, enjoy the journey.